Hey team, it's Joe Pici again, and just moving forward, this is a series, and we want you to subscribe because we want you to get as much value as you can get. In your business, there are challenges that you may be incurring right now. We're going to give you some tips on how to overcome some of those things. Dawn and I have been in business since 1992, and business can cycle. You can have great years. You can have bad years. You can have good months. You can have bad months. I remember a time where we lost our biggest client. It was a huge client. It was no fault of ours, but one day we had it, the next day we didn't. And if you've been in business for any length of time, you've experienced this. Today I'm going to give you some tips. 3 vital tips that we believe will help you increase your client base. And isn't that what it's all about? First tip I want to give you is improving communication styles. Being proficient, be a master communicator. In the last 10 years, our world has changed. iPhones, iPads, texting, email. Technology is important. We can't live without it. However, it's a tool. When's the last time you embraced becoming a great communicator? We spend a lot of time becoming master communicators. Each communication style makes decisions for different reasons at different times. For an example, 68% of the population is people-oriented. I'm not, which meant I needed to learn to adjust. I'm task-oriented, which means for me to get common ground, for me to be effective, for me to get myself out of the way so that other person can make a quality decision, I've had to learn to adjust to their style. Another common denominator is, 65% of the people in the world are slower paced. I'm fast paced. I've slowed down because 65% of you are slower paced, which means you process slower. So we have to learn how to adapt to another person's communication style. Now, this is not manipulation. This is sincere communications adjusting so you can get yourself out of the way and you can gain traction and you can help that other person to focus on your content. Let's talk about the second one. Mastery of tactical skills. In the world of sales, in the world of business development, there's really 3 types of understanding. One is motivational. Motivation is good, it's important, but it's kind of like Zig Ziglar says, motivation is important, but it's kind of like it's like bathing, you got to do it every day. And so motivation, although it's important, it may not have the same staying power. And the second one is strategy. Probably the best sales strategist was Chet Holmes. He had a complete methodology of strategy. What I'm talking about here is tactical skills. In sports, it's hitting the golf ball, hitting the baseball, blocking and tackling. It's those skills of how do you pick up that phone? How do you make that phone call? How do you write the right script and then actually do it? How do you do a quality presentation? I know we've all sat in seminars. I know we've read books. I know we listen to CDs, watch a DVD. But when's the last time you put an emphasis on tactical skills? When's the last time you practiced and applied it? We believe strongly for you to move the needle, for you to get traction with your business, it's going to be based on your mastery of those fundamental skills that you repeat over and over and over and over. So now you have competency in communications. You're building competency in your tactical skills. And the last one, we believe, should be addressed, should really be vital in your business for increasing client base, is team and individual clarity. Now, throughout our series, and this is going to be a series that's going to go on for you, and we want to make sure we're going to deliver content every single time. You're going to hear me speak about clarity. Our philosophy of clarity is when you want everyone at your company on the ship going in the same way. So how does that occur? You have to know, what do you want as an end result? Everybody on the team needs to know that. But you as the leader, You as the sales professional, you as the sales manager, you as the professional speaker, you as the director of sales, you as the VP, you as the owner, the entrepreneur, you have to know what you want to finish with. What is the end result? What is it that you want to accomplish? The second thing you have to know, and everybody in your team needs to know this, what is your timeline? When do you want to get this done? When do you want to hit those benchmarks? And everything should be benchmarked. You've got to have everything that you can quantify and evaluate. And the third thing is why. And this is where you'll need to spend most of your time, because without the why, then people can get distracted. Why is it that you want to double your business? What are the numbers? I was with a client the other day, and we sat down, potential client, who now is a client, and I sat down with him and I said, so what do you want to accomplish? Well, we want to make more money. That's not clear enough. Well, we want to increase our monthly income by $25,000 a month. Okay, great. What is the average, not the highest, not the lowest, the average transaction when somebody purchases from you? And they looked at me a little confused. You need to know this number. Well, we finally found out that their average transaction was about $1,000. So therefore, right off the bat, we needed to increase 25 clients a month. When you can define your clarity, you can quantify it, you can put it throughout your team. Everybody is on the ship, everybody's going in the same direction. Where clarity is high, confusion is low. Where clarity is high, conflict is low. You're going to get much more traction when everybody is on the same boat, going in the same direction. Now, let's wrap this up. Three things that are going to help you in the 21st century with client acquisition. Be a master communicator. Learn to speak the other person's language. Learn to be a great listener. Number two, master the tactical skills that you're going to need to grow your business. And number three, have great clarity, because where clarity is high, focus is high. We'll see you at our next video. Thanks for tuning in.